What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. If this is your first time viewing, welcome. In today's video, I'm about to drop a gem for you guys. I know there's not really a lot of content out there showing you guys how to start up production tutorials or how to do reviews or how to do all that stuff. So today I'm just gonna run through my process and show you guys quick, easy ways that you guys can start up doing some production tutorials and a way that you guys can do reviews or whatever it is that you wanna do with some YouTube content. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, subscribe and hit that notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you can be the first to find out. But let's go ahead and get right into this production tutorial. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so there's only really one thing that you might need to purchase that you don't already have, because you already should have a computer and a DAW. Otherwise, how would you make production tutorials? So the one thing that you need to make sure that you have is a microphone. You need to have crisp audio. People can put up with a blurry vision or, a bad camera or something like that. But bad audio is the one thing that people can't put out with. Think about it. Do you watch YouTube videos with bad audio? No, you probably skip it. Somebody could tell you how to make $1 million in a YouTube video, but if you hear in the background, you flip into the next video. I started off with the Rode NT1, but for me, in the way that I do videos, I eventually needed to upgrade to a different mic, and I don't want to say upgrade because the mic that I have now isn't as good as this mic, but it is for the purpose of these tutorials. So I currently use a Fi-Fi K678. They actually sent it to me and I did a review on it a ways back, so I looked out and got it for free. But right now it's only $59.99 on Amazon. I don't say that because I'm being promoted or sponsored by Fi-Fi. I say that because $60 is basically the entry fee that you should need in order to do these production tutorials or do these reviews. This mic right here, it allows me to record in the stereo, and then I record everything in the Streamlabs. So I'll show you guys how to set up the Streamlabs and all that here in just a moment. But I want to let you know that this isn't the only way that you have to do it. If you do have a microphone and you have an interface, you can simply record it into your program. Just let it run in the background, and you can record, lower the latency. The reason why I didn't personally do that was because for me, I can't hear myself talk while I'm trying to explain and do a tutorial. I just can't do the little low echo that I got in the background. So I needed something that I could play in Streamlabs, and I'll show you a little more here as we go on why a microphone like this, a simple USB microphone was the perfect microphone. The next thing that you're going to need is you're just going to need a camera of some way, shape, or form. Now, the reason I say that you don't have to buy that is because if you're already using a laptop, you don't need to buy a camera because you already have a camera on the laptop. If you have a phone in your pocket, you can use the phone in your pocket to record these tutorials. So I want to show you guys a couple of things. And the only reason I'm showing you guys these is because it'll just let you know how you don't really need a camera. It's not that big. Everybody thinks a camera is important for you at first when you're doing these tutorials, but it's not. So we're going to hop into YouTube for a second, and I want to show you guys the first couple of, some of the few tutorials I did at the beginning before I ended up upgrading and getting a camera. So if you look at this tutorial, you see I use my webcam. You see how blurry this tutorial is right here? It's got 10,000 views and it's got 293 likes. So obviously people were okay with this tutorial. And as you watch it, look. All right, guys. So basically what I want to do today is I want to show you guys how to make a beat from start to finish. So it's extra blurry. So, again, you don't need a camera. Here's another example. This video has over 43,000 views and has over 1,000 likes. So if you've been with the channel for a while, you'll recognize this old opening theme. Some. All right, welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Sum. But as you can see, I shot this video all the way out of focus. So look at how blurry this video is. Some hit the keys in case it's... But nobody cared because it was giving them something that they needed. Or this is the last video. I shot this with a cell phone, with a Samsung Galaxy S6. So not even a new Samsung. And look how clear this is. What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Some. So I only show you guys those three things because I just want you guys to know that the camera is not the most important thing. What I would focus on before getting a camera would be lighting. But let's go ahead and get into some of the things that you're going to need to start doing the tutorials. So let's hop over into Streamlabs. So this is Streamlabs right here. If you never used this before, it's a free software that screen records everything that you do on your computer. So you can download this for free at Streamlabs OBS. And as you see, I record all my audio into Streamlabs. Now what I do before I start the tutorial is I pull up FL Studio and I play an 808. And so you can see right here, I have my desktop audio. And so what I do is I play an 808. And you see how the volume came up here? I control that volume, so I basically level out my volume before I start. Another thing that I do so that it makes it easier to edit the film is that I come over here and I come into these settings and I left click it and then I put filters on there. So I put the filter on my mic, I put a noise suppression, I put a noise gate, and I put a compressor on there. These are my settings, so I'll leave these up here for just 1 second so that you can see them. I guess it's right here. 31 on the suppression. My noise gate is at -32, -26, attacks at 25, holds at 200, releases at 150. And then I have a compressor. And the compressor, the ratio is 10. The threshold is -18. Attack right away. I want the compressor to attack right away so it levels out me talking. So this is less work that I have to do in post. I put a release on 60 and an output gain on -8. And basically what that does is it takes out all the background noise. So that's why you don't really hear a lot of like hissing and buzzing and stuff like that in my video. And I don't have to do this in the post. So it's already done for me. What you can do if you don't have a camera and you have to use, your webcam, is all you have to do is come over here to add. So you push this plus button, and then once you push the plus button, all this stuff will come up over here. And so then you're just gonna push video capture device, and your video capture device is gonna be the camera on your actual computer. And so then once you pull that up, you just click on that right there, and bam, you see you have it right here. Now that looks extra fuzzy, and so you're probably wondering to yourself how you can get it unfuzzy. So all you have to do to get that unfuzzy is basically click on it. So then what you're gonna have to do is you're just gonna have to right click on this, and then you're gonna go to your filters, and then basically I applied a LUT. So you can just go online and you can find free LUTs. There's all over the place. I apply a LUT and that changes some of the lighting. And then in order to apply the LUT, you would just click on it, find out where you had it, and then go to your browser folder, and then you're gonna click on the LUT. So I just already have this one up, so I'm just gonna I'll just click on one just to show you guys. So boom, that changes the color in the background, and then you're gonna wanna add your sharpen. You're gonna wanna sharpen the photo. So you see how that got a little crisper? So it went from blurry like this to crisp like this. Because I sharpened the photo. And so those are just little things that you can do if you don't have a camera, just to make your footage look a little better. Because I understand, again, at the beginning, I was there. You don't have cameras. You don't have the things that you think that you need in order to make these tutorials work. But the thing that you need is yourself, a computer, and a microphone, and you can make these things happen. Then the next thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys was that you can get free editing software. So I started off with Movie Maker 2016, and then I moved on to Olive, and then I moved to DaVinci Resolve, and I would recommend DaVinci Resolve to anybody. It's a free video editor. It's very, very solid. You can upgrade to the full version, but I would recommend getting that right away because it's a very, very good editing software and it's free. When I started to upgrade from the webcam to my phone, I basically just got a little stand like this, and I set this on my desk, and I just recorded just like this, and I had the screen facing me like a selfie mode, and I put it on high definition mode, and I just basically recorded myself. You can get a selfie stick for a few, for like $10, really cheap online. So, those are things that you can do. With the production tutorial, what I would recommend is I would definitely recommend testing your sounds and checking your audio in the Streamlabs before you started doing it, because you're going to need to know what the levels need to be in order to make it work. And then also things that you need to think about is make sure that you have all your programs shut down. You don't want to have your internet open, or you don't want to have your music player open, or you don't want to have a bunch of other programs opening, because Streamlabs recording is going to take a lot from your computer CPU, and then using the music program plus the plugins that you use. So you want to make sure that you have all the programs shut down. Go into your go into your task manager and shut down everything that's open. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys too with the Streamlabs is so that if you come over here into your settings and you come to your audio, it might be on mono. You want to make sure you put it on stereo. If you are running your mic through an interface and you're running it into OBS, you need to make sure that your settings are straight so it's not on mono, because if the mic's on mono and you have it on stereo, it's just going to record the microphone either to your right side or to your left side. So you want to make sure you change your computer settings and get that all set up. Otherwise, you might have to record in mono if your interface doesn't allow you to do that. I had to do that at first. I had to record the first few videos that I did in mono. But it's okay. Again, people will watch because, you know, you're bringing quality. So things that you need to remember when you're doing these production tutorials. So the two most important things that I would recommend that you focus on when you guys start doing these tutorials is your audio and what you're bringing to the person watching the video. So by that, I mean, are you teaching them something or are you entertaining them? That's the most important thing, how you sound and what are you giving the person that is watching your video. So I would definitely make sure you guys focused on that. All right, so I'm going to show you guys my current setup and how I record and how I have everything set up in my little studio area. But before that, I'm going to show you guys my old studio. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want you guys to realize it's not necessarily the tools you have, it's how you use the tools that you have, if that makes sense to you. So I'm going to pull up this picture. So this is my old studio. So as you'll see, I have, you know, turntables, mixers, couple different keyboards, you know, monitors, stuff like that. It was a pretty solid setup. Okay. And so then this was all the equipment that I had. So I had all kinds of speakers. I had all kinds of, you know, just different stuff. I used to do a bunch of live shows, all kinds of stuff. Right. So the reason I bring all that up is because now all that stuff's in a storage garage halfway across the country because I moved to Atlanta. So I make the best music that I've ever made in my whole entire life with a bare minimum setup. And so it's crazy to think that I had all this equipment and I made decent music, but now the beats that I make are so much better. You know, just everything that I do is so much better and I have the bare minimum equipment. So I'm going to go turn this light on and I'm going to use the camera on my phone to show you guys the setup and everything, so I can just leave my camera on and everything like that. And I'm just going to show you guys how everything is set up in my little studio area and how I record videos basically. All right, so this is basically my setup. I just have the microphone that sits in front of me, and then I have my laptop right there. I have my monitors on the desk, obviously. And then what I do is normally I put my camera on top of a box. I know that's kind of ghetto. And then you see, I just record just like that. It just points right at me. I have tripods, but this just is the perfect level. It sits perfect for me. And then I have lights. This light is probably the best investment that I made out of everything that I've gotten, because that light basically made everything crystal clear. So that one video that I showed you, where I use my phone, it looks super clear because of that light. Then I have another light that comes off to the side over here. I also have my monitor over here. But this is basically it. This is my setup in a nutshell. I mean, and basically that's it. I mean, you know, like I said, I can't stress enough, you only need a few things. I didn't get super in depth with the Streamlabs on setting everything up because it's pretty easy, straightforward. But if you do have any questions, all you got to do is just hop online and just Google it. I mean, there's a million tutorials on how to get your Streamlabs going and how to get your Streamlabs rolling. And, you know, they'll teach you a bunch of different things. And one thing I just want to make sure to stress to you is that make sure that you have it on the 1920 by 1080 setting on screen recording so that you get the highest quality screen recording that you can get. I hope you guys got something out of this video today. If you did, you already know what to do. Drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time again today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.